Alrighty, I'm making a video for anyone interested in competing in jiu-jitsu. Maybe you already are. You probably have more experience than me. Full disclosure, I have about two-ish years of MMA experience, not so much on the ground. I'm pretty tall, so a lot of people try to take me down. So a lot of like wrestling defense, maybe not so good wrestling defense as you'll see in the video here, but I don't have a lot of like cumulative jujitsu experience. I'd say maybe like 7 to 10 days of like actually going into a no-gi jujitsu class and seeing how that whole thing works. So, like I said, not a ton of experience, but I figured this would help with my MMA, and I was watching a ton of videos on YouTube, just like this, of people going into their white belt brackets or blue belt brackets and just kind of seeing how the whole thing works, how the points are scored, and kind of how other opponents might react. So, I wanted to do the same thing now that I've done one. I didn't expect to do very well. But anyways, let's hop into it and check some of this out. I'm sure you guys will have plenty of critiques for me. So here we go. All right, so match number one here. This guy trained at high altitude up in Denver where the competition took place, so I knew he was a pretty good, fighter in general. I assumed his grappling was pretty good. Clearly not a wrestler, as you can see. He kind of gave me a single leg there, so I went in and took it. That was not my plan. Jumps guillotine, pry the face off. At this point, I'm kind of looking up at the score and seeing that I'm up 2-1. He got 1 point for a submission attempt right there. I got two for the takedown, even though he pulled me down into his guard. Um, so for me, if I lost this, it's an 8-man bracket, so I'm out if I lose this. So um, seeing that I was up, I was pretty content on staying there. I don't know a ton of submissions from guard either, so not that I'm good at anyway, so I wasn't eager to pursue any of those. He was really looking for a triangle, as you'll see. Kind of ducked his leg there. I kept trying to throw his legs out of the way here to go to side control. I found out later that instead of just throwing them to the side, I'm better off kind of pushing them up towards his head. And I have more control at that point to drop them to the side, or at least more options. So that was cool to learn. Still trying to throw up a triangle. Smothering. When you don't know any jiu-jitsu and you come from MMA, smothering's going to be pretty helpful. It was for me. I know it's frowned upon a little bit, but was trying to get the win, wanted to continue. Went in and stood up there. I felt okay on the feet. I knew he wasn't a wrestler, so wasn't super worried about getting taken down. Same thing, I'm trying to throw his legs to the side pretty poorly. I tried to pull it that time, switch it up, but still no good. Can hear him getting some coaching there. I didn't have a coach at this event either. My gym's a little bit far away from where the event was, and they just had stuff going on. So it's kind of soloing a little bit. I had a friend step in and coach a little bit. He was quite a bit better than me. I think I made him pretty uncomfortable. A lot of shoving the head into his chin and smothering, like I said. That's going to be kind of my go-to. He got the trip there, got up super quick, so he didn't get the takedown points. I was pretty worried about that. Just wanted to tap him on the leg there to keep him. Even though I knew I probably couldn't take him down, I still want him to feel a little threatened in that department. Give him something to think about. I see. I know I'm up by 1 point here. He goes for another guillotine. That one was actually pretty tight. I probably shouldn't have grabbed his legs there for the takedown, but uh, yeah, adrenaline, I guess. Same thing, pried it off. That one was tight though. He didn't have the right angle on that, and he didn't get a super good grip, but it was still tight. So props to him. Did a little bit of a can opener here, just really to open up his legs. I mean, I did learn that I could have maybe pulled his head up and put my chin on it and compressed my core to submit that can opener. One of my teammates got one of those, so learned a little bit, but I saw I was up on points and just kind of wanted to stay there. So that's match number one. Let's go ahead and look at number two. Here we go. All right. This guy went on to win gold, if I'm not mistaken, with 3 submissions, me being one of them, obviously, as you're about to see. But hand fighting, still don't know what I'm doing too much. Just kind of, that's definitely not where I wanted him. I don't want him on my back, that's for sure. Got a whizzer there, pulled him back. I really wanted to stay on the outside and just kind of let them come to me, but it did not go that way. These guys had pretty good pressure, and I was going a little too fast. So we'll be slowing it down next time. Got the, I'm in on a double leg there, but I tried to get to his back, and right there I'm thinking I could get hooks in and get some points. Um, but he knew that, obviously. Go ahead and I tried to get him out right there, and I probably could have now that I've watched this back. He did have a knee shield up and blocked it, but it was like as soon as my leg touched his, I just retreated on it, so I kind of regret that. And I sit here in side control for a minute. I wish I would have stayed a little longer and just kind of picked a better option. I mean, really kind of saw what my options were and found a road to get into mount or scored some points another way. I for some reason thought I should have got points on that takedown, but since he landed in turtle, you don't get any, which I did not know. But I think that threw me off a little bit when I looked up. Right here, he pulls me into his guard. He's locking up a triangle. So my teammate there is saying to get my head up, which he knows how you release the pressure of a triangle, but instead I stand up and get armbarred. So, good learning lesson there. I think I was just going a little bit too quick for my own good. That guy was obviously better than me anyway, so I don't know if it would have mattered, but it would have been good for me to get that experience just to move around with him a little more. So, match number 3 here. This is for bronze. I'd watched this guy go before, so I knew kind of what he was going to do. He felt a little stronger than me. I'm obviously super tall and long, so that's not hard to do, but this is also my first time competing at 180. I fight MMA at 155, so pretty significant weight difference there. I wanted to see how these guys felt strength-wise. Everybody felt okay, but this guy in particular was pretty strong. Very stocky. Trying to isolate an arm. That's what I don't want. If he gets 2-on-1, I'm in trouble. You didn't even have to trip me there because I'm so bad. But I lift my leg around and take mount here. That's one advantage of having long legs. You can just kind of step over people. I wish I would have done that a little quicker, but this is probably the most boring match of the 3 because I'm exhausted at this point. They're 4-minute rounds. I've never done jiu-jitsu. Didn't have a ton of time to train for it. I went to a class and kind of messed around a little bit with some friends, but yeah, did not play. I signed up for this about 2 weeks in advance, so smothering a little bit, just trying to make him uncomfortable. Put the hand on the face there. And again, I know I'm up on points, so a bronze medal to me was pretty enticing for my first match ever, even though it's in novice white belt. Still wanted to do well, so a medal was enticing. I wasn't going to risk a submission that he knew more than me about and was going to reverse and potentially submit me or score more points. So I also knew I was vulnerable for a sweep here. You saw in that first video, my butt's so far off my heels that I could have been scissor sweeped extremely easily, but you're not thinking about that while it's happening, of course. I'm looking for a gift wrap here, and I think I get it at some point. You'll hear my teammate there kind of say, if he wants to give you his back, go ahead and let him, which he's inevitably going to do. Once I get that gift wrap, he's going to, I mean, he has to turn, obviously. We're getting a little physical here. He was tapping me in the face a few times, so I gave him a couple back, but, you know, no hate. I know this guy's a better grappler than me. I know Pretty much everyone at this tournament probably was, but we're just trying to get by on our skills as far as stand up and just kind of moving people. And I know position based things. I think just technique is lacking, but we will get there. That's why we're here. Glad that guy didn't step on me. Gives up his back here, so that's another 2 points. We're up 4-2. He has two for the takedown. I have a I have a mount position, and now I've taken his back. I'm not sure if I put my hooks in briefly there. I think I did. I think that's why I got the points. He's rolling back into a mount position here. I knew I had control at this point. He was breathing so hard and he was tired. Just kind of wanted to wrap this up. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This was good experience though. Just kind of learn how to float a little bit better. Um, we do work these drills in MMA. We do similar things to this, but when striking's involved, it's just a lot different. I mean, you're looking for strikes constantly, especially as primarily I'm a kickboxer. Um, I have about 8 kickboxing fights, so we're always looking to just stand up, even if it's MMA. Everyone's going to want to take me down, especially at the lighter weight classes. Um, they're going to expect to be better than me. So there it is for bronze. We will take it. Could have done a lot better, but like I said, here to learn. Not sure if I'll do any more of these tournaments. I plan to, off the top of my head right now, but nothing's guaranteed. So we'll see if maybe if people are interested in this content, or I mean, it's good for me just to get better as a ground fighter anyway. I think that'll really help my MMA game and just kind of make me worry less about getting taken down. Um, yeah, I think it just helps everything. Jiu-jitsu is good, obviously, right? If you're watching this, you probably know that. So if you're interested in more of these, let me know. If not, don't let me know. And yeah, appreciate taking the time to watch. Good luck on your guys' matches. See ya.